This is a teaching message from Church of the Living Water of Austin.
Out the stones, lift up a standard for the people. Now, in that I just read, there's 4 instructions. Write them down. In verse 10, there's 4 instructions. The first instruction was to go through. The second instruction was to cast up. The third instruction was to gather out. And the fourth was to lift up. I'll say them again. 4 instructions that he gave us in that. He says, go through, cast up, gather out, and lift up. He said, go through. What is he saying to go through? He said, go through the gates, cast up the highway, gather out the stones, lift up a standard for the people. Church, if we're going to have a heart for the lost, our first point, if we're going to have a heart for the lost, we got, number 1, we must be prepared to go through the gates. Now, we have to understand about this gate in order to understand what he's saying. The gates in the Old Testament, the gates of the city, it was a meeting place. I'll look this up, and if you go over there today, if you go over to the old city today and you go to the 12 gates, what you're going to see, you're going to find out that there's a gate there in the city, but everybody meets there. It's a meeting place. And what is God telling us? He's telling us, I want you to go through. But this is a meeting place. Even to this day, if we would do a tour over in Jerusalem and we go to where the gates are, you'll see everybody, they meet there. It's a meeting place. It's a gathering place. And during this time, talking about at the time that back then, it was interesting. It was a meeting place in particular between who was allowed into the city and who couldn't come into the city. See, some people were in the city and some people couldn't come into the city. Follow me on this. And oftentimes you would see people, this is why they would call it the meeting place, is because those that couldn't come into the city, they would set up their way of making money and set up their little booths and everything right by the gates. Because that's the way that they could make their money. Because the people that were in the city, they weren't willing to go way outside the city and go find anything because they were in the best place. So they would come close to the place and they'd set up all of their stuff around it, all of their commercialism right there at the gate. And then those that was in the city would come to the gate to buy and everything, but they wasn't going far. Are you following me? But what got me is that they weren't allowed to come in. But it was a meeting place. Hold that thought. Hold it. And church, one of the things that we have to be prepared for is that we have to be prepared to get into the meeting place. See, we have to understand that everybody's not going to come in here and go through new members class and go through able ministers of the covenant class and then sit next to you and tell you their name. They're not going to do that, introduce themselves to you. It's not going to happen that way. We have to be willing to go to the meeting place.
Amen.
We got to be willing to go to the place where everybody gathers together. Listen, to go through the gates means to leave a place of comfort and complacency. God said, I'm about to move you out. I'm getting you ready because when my next move hit, you're going to have to be out of comfort, out of complacency. You're going to have to move toward the gates. Toward the gates, toward the gates. The meeting place. How many of you know you can get comfortable in church?
Yeah. Amen. Absolutely.
And do you also know that you can get comfortable with your life?
Yes.
Amen.
God said it won't work. You know what? If you look at yourself from week to week, because I can look at myself from week to week, I can almost turn my car on and it can drive me myself. Because you do if you look at your life from week to week, we pretty much do the same thing.
Exactly.
And go to the same place.
Right. Exactly.
Church, home, cleaners, church, home, church, home, back, home, church, cleaners, back. We usually just do the same thing. And you know what? We're so used to doing, we know what to expect.
Exactly.
We know what to do because we're comfortable with it. We don't know nothing about it because that's our routine.
Exactly.
We go to the same place all the time. We do the same thing. That's called being comfortable.
Yeah.
It's comfortable.
Uh-huh.
Now, in Joshua 1, there was about 2.5 tribes that were already in the promise, and they had to they had to get out of there because it was a place of comfort for them. It was a place of comfort and complacency. So everybody, you know, they were there. They're like, everybody could live in the promise. We got to just be right here. God said, this next move, you're gonna come out of there.
Amen.
You're gonna have to go through the gates. Now remember, I gave you the illustration. Back then, when you went outside the gate, that was where basically you could just put it this way. That's where the sinners and everything else was going on and all the foolishness. But inside, they had their peace. They had everything going on. God is telling us the same thing. You got all your peace in these 4 walls.
Yeah.
Comfort and complacency, and we can minister to each other, but that's not going to be with God's next move.
Uh-huh.
Not going to be there. You listen, the disciples was challenged to get out of a place of comfort and complacency.
Yes.
They were getting so happy just being around Jesus.
Right.
They were just hanging around Jesus. Until Jesus told them, you know what, you all are neglecting people because you just happen to be around me. You're not caring for people because all you want to do is just hang around me. And here in Isaiah 62, he's telling them, go through the gates. In other words, it's not the Lord's responsibility to build a way home or find a way home. It's our responsibility to build a way for them.
Amen.
So we got to get outside the gates to do that. Remember, they're lost. They cannot find their way. They do not know how to build a way to get back. They are lost. God said, but I am raising up a people that can build a way for them to get back.
Yeah.
But before you can do that, you're going to have to go outside the gates.
Yes.
Go through the gates. That's a big challenge. You know why? Because what we're saying is, I don't need anything out there. Everything I got it. You know, we got it. Everything's good here. You know, everything is fine here. Everything I need is in the Bible.
Yes.
But you still got to go through the gates.
That's right.
Doesn't matter. You still got to go through the gates. I don't care what you can get in the Bible. Yes, it's all there, but that God said, yeah, but you're going to have to get outside the gate with what you got out of the Bible. See, we want to have everything out of the Bible, but we want to stay in these walls with them. And God said, nope, you're going to have to go through the gates with everything that you're learning, everything that you have. You got to go through the gates. You have to be willing to get out of the place of comfort and complacency. In other words, you have to be willing to get outside of the walls of the church, literally and figuratively. Did you hear me?
Yes.
See, now you're going to have to actually get up and get out. In every way, I have to get through the gates. I got to go through the gates. For some of us, I'm telling you, not even you know what, let's not even go so far outside this wall. For some of us, I just want to get you off of the road you on in here. If I can't just get you off the road that you on here. I mean, some of you got a whole pattern on what you do. From the time you get out of the car to where you go sit. It's a pattern. Man, I'm always there. Everybody knows that's my seat. And God's like, you know what? You got to get out of that comfort comfort zone. Where, you know, everything, that's called comfort. I already know what's going to happen. I know where, you know, you know what, I just need, you know what, if I can't get you just to move to another section in the church, how am I going to get you to go through the gates? I don't want to be there. I don't like sitting on that side. Why? Suppose God wants you to minister to someone on that side. Well, they're going to have to come over here. This is my seat. Complacency and comfort, and that's where I'm going to. I mean, you know what? And somebody say your name, they just look over where your seat is. Because they like, that's where they are all the time. Comfort and complacency. Some of you are so comfortable, so complacent in this church and in this ministry, I can almost time you. I ain't never seen nobody that their bladder, I can time their bladder. It's the same. How you have to get up and use the restroom at the same time every Sunday? I can almost say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I guarantee they're getting up and they're going. Complacent. How you, I mean, really, you have to go to the restroom at the same time every time we're here. I'm telling you, I can almost time it when I'm up here. You're a distraction, to say the least. But you can time. I'm about to say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, but now you're going to sit there because you're like, I don't want to do whatever. But you won't last long because you're comfortable. You can time them down to the letter. And you go to the bathroom for the exact same thing. This is my take on it. You don't have to use the restroom. You don't have to keep getting up and going somewhere. People that keep getting up and walking around and keep getting up and act like they're doing something, you don't want to hear the word. I'm going to tell you. Amen. Yes, Father, I will say that. God didn't miss it and neither did I. You ain't doing nothing important. You just don't want to hear the word. You know what? If you don't want to hear it, just don't come. And stop distracting people. Everybody see how you look. They don't want to see you keep getting up and down. You need to sit way in the back, right there by the door where you can just slip on out. But I'm telling you, when you fumbling around and keep getting up and you're doing it, you're not hearing nothing and you don't want to hear nothing. You wish you can get up now, but you don't want to be obvious. I'm going to tell you you do. Let me tell you, God is saying it's a heart issue. It is a heart issue. Remember I told you this is going to be more about your heart than the heart. It's a heart issue. Listen, to go through the gate means I have to live outside of my own interests. See, our interest is inside the gates. For all of us in life, we try to set up our own little Jerusalem. Our own little deal. This is my own little safe house. We can bring all of our interests inside of our Jerusalem. It's our Jerusalem. And God is saying, wait a minute, I'm going to need you to get outside of those walls that you set up for yourself. Oh no, I can't go over there because that's outside of my Jerusalem. See, I can't do that. Well, I don't talk to people who look like that. Why? That's outside of my Jerusalem. See, it's only certain ones. You made your own Jerusalem. I can't be dealing with people I can't be dealing with these people on my job. Why? They're outside of my Jerusalem. I'll put up some walls. See, your Jerusalem, you put up some walls, and they definitely are not, can't come through. No, I'm not dealing with them. I don't care what they do. I'm going the other way. They're outside of my Jerusalem. No. God has said we have to be able to live outside of our own interests.
Yes.
See, if you're going to be used by God, you're going to have to put all that down.
Amen.
Listen, again, we're talking about the hard, unseen work. that you have to do. God's not going to do anything. You have to do the hard, unseen work. You got to be ready to go through the gate because you have spent, and let me tell you, it's hard because you spent all this time building walls around yourself.
Yes.
And you don't want nobody to interfere with that, not even God. Listen, we have to be prepared, letter A, for the people we will meet. Preparation for people we'll meet. When we decide to go through the gates, and you have to go through, we're going to meet some people, and we're going to have to prepare for the people we're going to meet. You know why you have to be prepared? Because the people that you're going to meet is going to not be your people.
Yes.
They're not going to be people that you're used to handling. They're not going to be people that you're used to talking to. And they're not going to be people that you're comfortable with. See, we don't want to do that. But that's what's outside the gate.
Yes.
Then it's not going to be people that you're comfortable with. Know that.
Yes.
It's not going to be people that you're even comfortable being around. Ooh, I don't know. I'm just not comfortable around a bunch of young people. Why? They're not members of my Jerusalem. No. Too much. I'm just not comfortable. Here's a good one. I'm just not comfortable with white people. Why? Because there's only black people in my Jerusalem. I'm not that comfortable. You know, it's okay, but I'm not that comfortable being around a bunch of Hispanics. That's not in my Jerusalem. My Jerusalem, they're black. See, we've all made our own. And God said, no. Go through the gate.
Yes.
You've been on the inside of Jerusalem, and you're all broken. You don't want to. You want to go and you want to dib and dab outside of it, but you want to stay into your safety. I'm older than you. I don't want to come way out there where you are. Don't ask me, but God is saying this is what you're going to have to do. God is saying we have to go through the gates. I'm not comfortable with a certain class of people. Why? Well, because, why? I mean, I live in the suburbs.
Yeah.
And they live in the inner city, and it's just kind of, yeah. That's called getting outside of your gate. I don't know, I mean, the closest store to me is Whole Foods. I don't even know if they even have one over there, do they? I'm just saying out loud what you're thinking in your head. Because why? Now I'm in my own space. I don't want to go outside that. I don't want to go over where it's, no, that's too much. I am now in the suburbs. I've made it.
No.
I don't want to be around those people. God, let me just sit up and minister to somebody that may be backslid. And they live around the corner from me. But you're not getting outside the gate. You're not going through the gate. And yeah, they might not have Whole Foods over there. Oh, don't they have a little mom and pop store? Oh, I'm not comfortable with that. But God used me. God is challenging us in our way. Now, I'm just giving some examples, but let me tell you, God is dealing with you on a personal level that only you and He know about.
Right.
Whatever else, you can put it together.
Yes.
Amen.
Whatever your Jerusalem might be. Whatever your Jerusalem might be. He's still talking about that Jerusalem that you have to go through. God is challenging us. He said you have to go through the gates. And you have to prepare to meet people. These are some people that are they're going to be outside of the gate. God said, this move I'm making is going to be for people outside the gate. Those are the ones that you're going to meet. See, you may be uncomfortable talking to a woman that seems a little manly to you. Oh, God. Oh, God. I just want to tell them you're in straight bondage. Or you want to, you don't know, I don't want to talk to nobody like that. They're not welcome into your Jerusalem. I need somebody else to talk to that because I just can't take it. Or I can't talk to a man that seems slightly feminine. I just can't get with that. So how is God going to use you?
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be talking to him. I'm a man. I ain't gonna be talking to him because I don't want nobody to think that I'm like, nobody's gonna think that. You gotta get outside the gate.
Amen.
Absolutely.
They too feminine for me, and they, My Jerusalem, we have membership requirements. All of us in the same thing. We got our own circle. Because you know what, you're gonna get outside your circle.
Amen.
You gotta get outside it.
Amen.
Amen.
Now you're comfortable talking to people that look a certain way.
Right.
You're comfortable with that, or dress a certain way. But when they start coming with all these tats and earrings and all these piercings and stuff, now
Right.
I don't even know what to say to them. I don't even know how they talk. I can't even relate to them. I can't even comprehend what they're saying. I don't want to get outside the gate. No, this is my comfort. This is my
That's good.
God is saying again, you must go through the gate. Some of you are not even comfortable talking to people that may be successful, all because you don't view yourself as being a part of that class. God is saying, go through the gates.
Amen.
Stop it. I don't know. They all got degrees and they all got this and I don't know if, I'm up there. Go through the gate.
Amen.
Listen, I'm just beginning to challenge you. We're going to have plenty of this in so many areas. So many areas. I don't understand their accents. Go through the gate.
Amen.
See, it's always something to keep you in your Jerusalem. It's always something. And you can put holy on that. Like, God, I know God has somebody to minister to, it's just not me. I can't even understand it. One thing I've learned, I got a lot of different friends that I talk to. But let me tell you, one thing that I've learned is when you have a language, when you have the right heart, and you're ministering to somebody, and they're sharing their heart with you, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter if you speak whatever kind of language, you find a way to communicate.
Amen.
This has been a teaching message from Church of the Living Water at Austin. For more information about our ministry, please go to our website at livingwateraustin.net.